Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Author in the Spotlight, which is your chance to meet the authors in the upcoming Children's Mental Health Matters book. Today, we are joined by Keri, who has kindly joined us during her lunch break. So, thank you, Keri, for joining us today. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Lovely and sunny where you are. So, I'll pass straight over to you and just ask you to tell us a little bit about you, Keri, the person, interests, things like that, so as we can get to know you a bit better.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, my name's Keri. I live in South London. I've got a daughter who is 12, and I really enjoy traveling when I get the opportunity. I like reading, I like exercising, and socializing with people. I find a lot of energy. I have a fascination for people. I just find them very interesting, and they give me energy. I think when I notice if I'm not around people, yeah, it really affects my mood. So I like being around people, talking to people, and engaging with people. So that's me.
Amazing. Thank you for that. And so, do you want to tell us as well a little bit about the work that you do and your business, and what why you started your business and what the people that you help?
Yeah, so I've been qualified as a nurse for 27 years, and about 10 years, and I've trained as a school nurse. And then I was working in schools in and around London. And I realised that there was a bit of a gap in support for mental health, which became what I was dealing with a lot. And I was working one on one with young people. And I noticed also that I was often bridging the gap between parents and children or young people. That young person would be sitting there telling me all about their lives and the most stressful parts of it. And I'd say to them all, just so and so, no, no. Okay, why don't they know? Because I can't talk to them. And so then I would become sort of bridge between parents and children, a little bit like the glue, if you like. And so then I knew that I wanted to do something that was a bit more proactive around mental health because in the NHS we're just very reactive. So I left my job and set up my own business as a first aid instructor whilst I found my way into what I wanted to do. My life at the time had taken a bit of a twist and a turn, and it wasn't going in the direction I planned. So I thought, I know, I'll just quit my job and go freelance and see what happens. So I did that for about 7 years doing first aid training, and then during COVID, I started my training as a human givens therapist. I really like the human givens approach because it is about helping people find solutions, and it's brief, and it's about empowering people, and it's very proactive. It's about giving people tools for life rather than just talking and revisiting things over and over again. It's about moving people forward. So to me, it felt quite a proactive approach. So I did my training during COVID, and then I did a bit of work in schools afterwards to get some skills practice. And when I qualified in 2022, I set up my own business, which was a social enterprise, a community interest company. And the reason for that was to allow so that I could get grant funding, but I could also offer private work. So then I work with adults, young people, and children, face to face and online, offering one to one counselling. I've received funding over the years to run a variety of different projects, which have all been around, at their heart, mental health support and building community, because obviously isolation is a big risk to mental health. And I'm also working as a parent coach, so supporting parents so that they can reconnect with their young person and reduce the loneliness and stigma that's associated with mental health. Um, there's a big absence of support, there's a long waiting list, and I figure if we can help parents and empower them, then maybe we can reduce the pressure on services a little bit.
Amazing, and such important work. And yeah, that gap is getting bigger, isn't it, between the support that is helping. So I'm sure that you're a blessing to many people. So thank you for that. And then what was it that drew you into wanting to take part in the children's mental health book?
Well, I see. I think that if we can empower children from a young age to get their emotional needs met, then we will reduce the 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 not the burden of I can't think, but the incidence of mental health. So I see from young people every day that they don't have the tools in place because they can't figure it. They don't know what to do. And I also work, and I also know as a parent how important it is for us as a parent to be in charge of our own emotions and our responses. And so the reason I wanted to get involved with the book is first of all because I've always wanted to write a book of my own, but also I think the subject matter is really important because I do think if we can start empowering people from a young age rather than waiting until they're at crisis point to get their needs met, then we'll hopefully reduce the instances of mental health, because it's all about being empowered and having the knowledge and the tools. Because and the brain of a young person is so pliable and moldable, and it's not fully formed. So we can work with them and we can have a real influence on young people. And if we start to talk to them about at a young age, and also because I've seen in my own family what happens when mental health is mismanaged and the stigma around mental health and how negative it can be on people. I've seen it in my own, personally. So I just think if we can start younger with children, then great. And if we can empower parents to empower children, even better, because it might start that conversation and possibly reduce, intergenerational trauma and things like that, you know.
Yeah,
And the
amazing. So
information I
thank
put
you.
in the chapter is applicable to parents. The human givens, which is the what do you call it? The thing that I trained in, modality, if you like. Um, couldn't the principles can be applied to anyone of any age.
Yeah, amazing. And so, yeah, do you want to just expand a little bit without giving too much away about what your chapter is about and what you do address in your chapter?
So it's about nurturing the emotional needs of our children and young people, um, because there's a saying, that usually their behaviour or difficulties with behaviour is around needs being unmet. It's a way of communicating a need. And so if we can help them, that's what my chapter's about. It's about how to help support your children to meet their needs.
Yeah, amazing. And it is a very, very powerful chapter, the same as the book as a whole, which I've said in every interview. And if you do want to find out more about read Keri's chapter, then do keep a lookout for when the book is being released, which is very, very soon. And so obviously within the book, we have your contact links. But if people are watching this and want to reach out to you, connect with you and find out more about what you do, where is the best place to find you and to connect?
I do have a Linktree link, which can be attached. And my company name is Mental Health HQ CIC. And I have a Facebook page as well. So you can connect with me via email, via phone, via Facebook, via Linktree. There's a variety of different ways. But yeah, all my links are on Linktree as well.
Amazing. I'll attach your Linktree link with the interview, and then the viewers have a choice of where they want to contact you and to connect with you. So thank you so much for your time today. I know that you are super busy. Before we wrap up, is there anything else that you wanted to say or do before we wrap up?
No, just to say thank you for collaborating and bringing us all together and supporting us on this journey. I do think the book's very powerful. I think there's a lot of very useful information in there, and I just hope that it helps to support the people that we intend it to support, and that people find benefit, and it improves, and it helps them on their journey with their child and their young person.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for your kind words as well. So I will let you get on with your day. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Do keep a lookout for when the book is being released. As I say, it is very, very soon. And we will see you again, another author in the spotlight very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.